You know, lyrically insane, going against the grain. We run the town. All day, all night, do it all.
Yes, sir. For those who don't know, who are you?
Well, my name is Ras Kinky. I'm a musician coming all the way from Zambia, doing dancehall music and a bit of hip-hop here and there, but mostly dancehall music.
So many questions based on the first answer. First of all, your name.
Well, when you hear the name Kinky is more of a kinky vibe, you know? It's my kinky hair and, you know, kinky music and that kind of a thing.
And you hail from Zambia?
Yeah.
How the hell did you end up in Norway?
Well, give thanks to Admiral P, the artist here in Norway, big artist in Norway. I link him up.
Who's in the room, by the way?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's just put it out there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So I linked him up over social media and I got a chance to meet him when he was down in Zambia for some shows. And then he put me on his project called Zedway project, which is a link up of Norway and Zambia. So through that, I have been able to come here 2 times, and this is my 3rd time here now.
But did you know of his music through the project or beside the project?
There's one song that he did in Zambia. It's got more of a traditional vibe. He did it in our language. So that's how come I knew him first time, because I saw it playing on TV. But then I got to know him properly after linking him up, you know.
But what do you think about his music? Can you tell that, like, the Norwegian sound or the...
Yeah. I like a couple of his songs.
Yeah?
Kalanan, Allergisk, you know, I had a couple of songs by him and I love him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really...
Drop some Norwegian in there.
I can only sing Admiral P song,
yeah.
man. The Kala die for you, skiddy. Kala die for sweet baby girl. Yeah. Yeah, bro.
But yeah, so tell me about the first time you guys met.
Well, the first time we met was at a house he was renting in Zambia for the Zedway project. They had a house that they were renting there, so he called me up because I gave him my number on social media and he gave me his number, so I was able to call him. And I went to the house that they were renting, and then we met and did some songs on the first day. He came to Zambia with his team at that time. He came with his producer, Henrik Behene, who was the person that produced the Dancehall Queen Rhythm, the one I was just voicing on now. And we did some songs on the first day. The first day we met, we did some songs, like 2-3 songs, man.
But we met a week ago.
Yep.
At a party. And we started talking, which I usually try to avoid, but we talked about internet and like the music industry in Zambia.
Yeah.
Can you tell, I think it's pretty far-fetched for a Norwegian to like even imagine how do music being spread and distributed in Zambia?
I'm not gonna lie about that. This is part of the things that Admiral P is actually he's been trying to bring them over to where we are at. He's been trying to bring Spotify and all these kind of things, that knowledge to the people down in Zambia, because at the moment we're still rising. You know, Zambian music, the Zambian music industry is still developing, and they're not used to buying music online and all these things. They just usually download the songs freely, and they'll rather go buy a CD, and they still have that kind of a mentality. But well, slowly, as internet is coming through, and some people are getting that vibration of putting their stuff on Spotify, but they don't really know how it goes. They don't understand what it really is yet. I wouldn't say that, no.
But what will it take for a song to become huge? It spreads through download and files and being played at parties.
Well, you see, Zambia has got its artists. It's got these artists that are there, and they've been there, and they've been pushing things. They use the old ways of pushing things, and they know their tricks, and they've got a few hit songs. And you know, I think it's not really through the internet. It's through going around and doing shows and really actually being there to represent yourself to people.
But what about radio, TV? Are there many stations that promotes the music that you do or that kind of sound?
Well, the radio stations, like most radio stations, are promoting artists that are happening, artists that have got big songs, and they're also trying to put themselves on that level. So they're just playing what's already been played. So it's a little bit difficult for an upcoming artist like me to get my music there. So yeah, we've got a few platforms, but it's not as good. They're not gonna play my song as regular as they would play.
But they prefer outsiders before their own, or?
When it comes to Zambia, they rate an outsider more than they would rate their own artist. The reason being, I would say, is because Zambia has never really had, let's take for example, Nigeria, okay? Even though Nigeria is because Nigeria is happening now, but Nigeria has got people that are recognized by the whole world. So Nigerians can recognize artists like that because the whole world actually recognizes those artists. And it's the same kind of mentality that we have back in Zambia. It's like they want to see someone be appreciated by the whole world first, sort of, or maybe a whole lot of Africa first before they can really appreciate the artist up to that level. Like if how can I put this? To compare to some of the Nigerian artists or some of the Kenyan artists or the South African artists.
They need a co-sign from the outside and then...
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But now you made it to Norwegian radio. So tell me, like if you, beside yourself, would recommend, like the ones that watch this interview, 3 artists from Zambia, who would you tell people to go listen to? Beside yourself, because you are here and
yeah, of course,
proving yourself.
Yeah. I'll recommend people like, you've got people like Sheffy 187. This is a hip hop artist who's doing there's a language called Bemba in Zambia, and he's taking hip hop into Bemba, and he's bringing like that street vibe and what's really happening in the streets, and is bringing it into that language and trying to explain it to the people through that kind of a way.
That's the one?
That's
you
one.
got
Oh,
more?
2. Okay.
2 other one.
Who else? Slap D. Slap D is well, when it comes to hip hop, is a legend when it comes to Zambia. Even though he's never really been appreciated by the world as other African artists, like I've been saying, but we have that love for him because he's been there for some time, and he's been talking about real stuff, and he's been talking about what a regular Zambian youth will be going through. So yeah. Slap D, you got Slap D, and you said 3. So
you don't have to plug somebody just to plug them, but
yeah, we got a couple. All right, who else? Okay, you got people like JK. Okay, JK, now that's a big man. He's also been there doing the rootsy kind of Zambian vibe that our fathers and mothers love to listen to. You know, he's been there also for some time, and he's carried on with the regular vibe of the Zambians. You know, he's good as well.
But how would you describe your own sound, your own music, your own style beside Kinky?
Well, my music is I wouldn't say new, because it's coming from the dancehall generation, and it's coming from the reggae generation, and I get most of my inspiration from Jamaica, of course, I'm not gonna lie. And my music is more of reality also, but it's different. It's not like the way maybe Sheffy or Slap D from home would do their music. My music is kind of my own style. I'm trying to speak the truth in my own kind of way, and try to bring it to the more of the younger youths, maybe younger than the people that Slap and Sheffy are reaching out to.
We're at the end of this interview. It's going to be a short thing. It's going to be longer the next time, and I really want to go to Zambia to see what's going on over there. So,
nice.
But lastly, what's coming out from you? Like what's on the horizon for?
Well, right now we've got the Dancehall Queen video, this song that I just sang in the studio. Now the Dancehall Queen video is out, and the song also, it's been reproduced and remastered by Hendrik Behen, and it's on all platforms. Yeah, that's just what I'm trying to push out there.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to bring it out.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.